Imagine a luxury resort where the walls whisper Cold War secrets, where millionaires and politicians walk above a hidden underground city designed to survive nuclear apocalypse. Beneath the manicured lawns and gleaming marble floors of the Greenbrier Resort in White Sulphur Springs, West Virginia, an extraordinary architectural marvel lay buried for decades. A massive government bunker, so classified that even the resort's own staff were kept in the dark. The story begins in the late 1950s, at the height of atomic tension between the United States and Soviet Union. While Americans lived their everyday lives, sipping cocktails and playing golf, the U.S. government was secretly constructing something unprecedented, a massive underground complex designed to preserve the entire legislative branch of government in the event of a nuclear strike. This wasn't just a shelter, it was a fully functional emergency capital, hidden in plain sight beneath one of America's most prestigious resorts. For more than 3 decades, an entire underground city existed just meters below guests' feet. A 112,000 square foot complex with its own power systems, decontamination chambers, communication centers, and dormitories capable of housing 535 members of Congress and their essential staff. The bunker was a technological marvel of its time, engineered with Cold War precision and absolute secrecy. Its walls were reinforced with thick concrete, designed to withstand a nuclear blast, and its existence was known to almost no one outside a tiny circle of government officials. Local residents of White Sulphur Springs became unwitting participants in this extraordinary national security operation. They watched construction, witnessed mysterious activities, but asked no questions. The resort's expansion seemed routine. Another wing, another renovation. But something was different. Workers arrived at strange hours. Unmarked trucks delivered mysterious cargo. An entire wing of the resort seemed slightly off. People whispered, but no one dared to investigate too deeply. Here's the opening section. Annihilation. The bunker's design was a testament to Cold War paranoia and governmental preparation. Every detail was meticulously planned. Medical facilities could handle radiation exposure, communication systems could coordinate national response, and storage areas contained months of preserved food and supplies. The facility represented both American technological prowess and the existential terror of potential global destruction. What made this secret so remarkable wasn't just its existence, but its perfect camouflage. For decades, thousands of guests, politicians, celebrities, wealthy vacationers, walked above this nuclear sanctuary, completely unaware of the complex engineering marvel beneath their feet. The Greenbrier Resort continued its glamorous operations, hosting dignitaries and offering luxurious amenities, while simultaneously concealing one of the most sophisticated survival mechanisms in human history. The architectural blueprint for this underground marvel was a masterpiece of Cold War paranoia and strategic planning. The space was not just a simple shelter, but a fully functional emergency government headquarters, complete with dormitories, communication centers, medical facilities, and even a power generation system that could operate completely independent of the outside world. Constructing such a massive secret facility required extraordinary levels of coordination and secrecy. The U.S. government worked closely with the Greenbrier Resort's management, creating an elaborate cover story that would prevent local workers or curious guests from discovering the true nature of the construction. Massive underground tunnels were excavated, reinforced with thick concrete walls capable of withstanding nuclear blast pressures, while maintaining the resort's elegant facade above ground. Workers were carefully vetted, with many believing they were simply expanding the resort's conference facilities. The bunker's technical specifications were nothing short of remarkable. Spanning approximately 112,000 square feet, the facility could accommodate 535 members of Congress, every single representative and senator, along with essential staff and support personnel. Massive blast doors weighing over 25 tons could seal the entire complex within moments, protecting its inhabitants from radiation, thermal blasts, and potential ground zero scenarios. The ventilation system was designed with sophisticated filters that could remove radioactive particles, ensuring survival even in the most catastrophic nuclear exchange. Communication remained a critical component of the bunker's design. A state-of-the-art telecommunications center was built with multiple redundant systems, allowing congressional leadership to maintain contact with military command structures and potential surviving government elements. Specialized radio equipment, hardened against electromagnetic pulse effects, ensured that even in a post-nuclear landscape, the fundamental mechanisms of American governmental continuity could be preserved. Perhaps most chilling was the bunker's day-to-day operational camouflage. To maintain absolute secrecy, the facility was maintained as if it were constantly ready for immediate occupation. Regular maintenance crews would rotate through the complex, keeping equipment calibrated, supplies fresh, and systems operational. Massive stores of non-perishable food, medical supplies, and essential equipment were continuously updated, creating a time capsule of Cold War survival preparedness that remained hidden in plain sight beneath the luxurious resort. The bunker represented more than just a physical structure. It was a tangible manifestation of America's Cold War psychology. In an era defined by constant nuclear tension, this underground sanctuary embodied both the nation's deepest fears and its most sophisticated survival strategies. Every corridor, every reinforced wall, every carefully planned system told a story of a country preparing for its potential apocalyptic moment, all while maintaining a veneer of normalcy just meters above ground. As the Cold War's paranoia intensified, the Greenbrier's secret bunker became a marvel of clandestine engineering. Its construction was a testament to the United States government's commitment to preserving governmental continuity, even in the face of potential total annihilation. Specialized air filtration systems would protect inhabitants from radioactive fallout, while advanced communication centers allowed Congress to maintain contact with military and executive branches. Sleeping quarters, medical facilities, and even a television studio for potential emergency broadcasts were meticulously planned. Local residents became unwitting guardians of the most significant Cold War secret. TOTS. Construction workers, resort staff, and nearby townspeople were carefully managed to prevent any potential information leaks. The U.S. government created elaborate cover stories, presenting the underground construction as routine resort expansion. Some workers were brought in from out of state, others were sworn to strict secrecy. The entire operation was a delicate dance of deception, with the resort serving as the perfect camouflage for this most critical of national security projects. Maintaining the bunker's operational readiness was a complex and expensive endeavor. Teams of government personnel would regularly rotate through the facility, conducting drills and keeping equipment in perfect working condition. Supplies were constantly rotated and updated. Everything from medical equipment to food rations was meticulously maintained. The bunker could theoretically support the entire congressional population for up to 60 days, with enough food, water, and medical supplies to sustain a complete governmental infrastructure during a nuclear emergency. Every detail spoke to the era's existential dread. Maps showing potential nuclear strike zones lined the walls. Communication systems stood ready to coordinate a national response. Radiation detection equipment sat primed and waiting. In 1992, the fragile veil of secrecy finally unraveled. A Washington Post journalist named Ted Gupp published an explosive exposé that revealed the bunker's existence to the world, shattering decades of carefully maintained silence. The local community of White Sulphur Springs, who had been unwitting guardians of this monumental secret, suddenly found themselves at the center of a national revelation. The government's response was swift and calculated. Within weeks of the publication, the elaborate underground facility was decommissioned, its sophisticated communication systems dismantled, and its stockpiles of emergency supplies removed. The Greenbrier Resort reclaimed the space, converting portions of the bunker into conference rooms and storage areas, effectively erasing the most critical evidence of its Cold War purpose. This was more than a shelter. It was a testament to a nation's determination to survive, to maintain its core democratic principles even in the face of total destruction. The Greenbrier bunker wasn't just a hiding place. It was America's ultimate insurance policy against nuclear annihilation. Their quiet mountain town was no longer just a picturesque resort destination, but the site of one of America's most sophisticated Cold War survival strategies. What had once been a potential nerve center for national governance during a nuclear apocalypse was now being transformed. Historians and military strategists would later recognize the Greenbrier bunker as a remarkable symbol of Cold War preparedness. The facility wasn't just a physical space, but a powerful statement of resilience. It embodied the United States' commitment to democratic principles, suggesting that even if major cities were obliterated, the core mechanisms of government could survive and potentially rebuild. Today, guided tours offer visitors a glimpse into this hidden world, transforming what was once a top-secret military installation into a museum of Cold War history. Visitors walk through decontamination chambers, peer into communication rooms with vintage radio equipment, and stand in the very spaces where Congress was prepared to relocate during a potential nuclear attack. Each step reveals layers of meticulous planning, technological innovation, and a profound national survival strategy that remained hidden for over 3 decades. The legacy of the Greenbrier bunker extends far beyond its physical infrastructure. It serves as a profound reminder of an era defined by tension, technological innovation, and the constant specter of global annihilation. For those fascinated by hidden histories and untold stories of American resilience, this underground complex represents more than just a Cold War artifact. It's a testament to human ingenuity and preparedness. If you've been captivated by this journey into America's hidden nuclear history, make sure to subscribe to our channel. Each week, we uncover extraordinary stories that have been waiting silently beneath the surface, ready to challenge everything you thought you knew about our shared past.